How's it going, people? Jack here with another reaction, here to check out the latest from the Alan Becker channel. This is on animations versus coding. Yeah, we are not going to get that animations versus chemistry anytime soon. And it might be a good thing, because I suppose that everybody who absolutely hated organic chemistry is right now sweating profusely just for the mention of that very thing. But I'm genuinely always excited when I see these videos drop out, because they are a great way of learning, even if you have a little bit of knowledge about these things, because it's a nice reflection of how it is that we can communicate things better. Now, when it comes to coding, I am not an expert at all. The best that I have under my belt when it comes to coding is like rudimentary Python knowledge, okay? Because I've used that during my studies to solve certain things, and in all fairness, I don't make use of that very much anymore. We have, of course, programs that are built on Python, like the one I used in the animations versus math video, right? I kind of blanked out on the name of the Maple, yes. I just had to think of Canada. But anyways, the video is animation versus coding, and from what I could see in the thumbnail, yellow is apparently leading this one. Interesting. Okay. MacBook. Waiting for input. Yep, name error, obviously, because if the programming language that is used here is in fact Python, you need to attribute and or define your value as something before just entering hello. You can of course write it in brackets just to spew out the words and or. What I suppose it's gonna do next is the thing that you're always thought to do. Print. Yep. Quotation marks. Oh, that's funny. You will notice that they are all falling in the same and or spring out of the computer in the same way. That has of course to do with the fact that the code itself is deterministic. Wow, deterministic is the term for it, meaning that it will behave in the same way no matter what. Yep, he learned his name error. Yep. Double divides means that you remove the decimals after printing the thing. And also, of course, if you remove the quotation marks, then with words on like, or digits, should we say, numerical values, you can then do operation. Strings to string. Oh, yep. Type error. You can't do that. Adding the ing to string like he did before is a thing, but adding text to string is a lot more difficult. Trust me. I wish I could do that way more often in a simpler way. Asking it to print it this way, because sometimes you would like have do some calculation, put in like a nice code for yourself that makes like evaluations of if statements. This thing can be super handy, but at times you would print it wrong because you forgot to either put in the right string statement and or do the inverse with integers. Yep. The length of yeah. Ah, yeah. Oh. Sentient, huh? That was fun. For I to take every single element there of the string, so one by one, and do as indented, so to print them out. And also, I like how he got the syntax error there before because he was trying to pull out something out of a non-valued array. Funny. Bark. Bark louder. That's great. Of course, there's an indenting thing there that makes it able to stop, but at the same time, but also a while statement will always go on as long as it is true until you run another operation that makes it false. But at the same time, you can just convert things, just like you could have done with the aforementioned integer function. You use I digits here, of course, because it cannot print out digits because it's only words here. Yep. Else print A. Yep, you can circumvent that. Okay. The bane of a lot of teachers today. The reason why I'm saying this is that obviously when you're using Python, which by the way, Turtle is an actual package, I like the depiction of it, you can import a lot of packages to make things easier. But I, as a substitute teacher, I have never been in a situation where I have to grade students' actual hardcore assignments. Like what I tend to do is like rather surface level. But I've I've talked with teachers who have to go to actual code assignments, and my word, the amount of packages that kids are importing is insane. Like, let me show you something very quickly, okay? My Jupyter notebook. Okay, it needs an update. I have not used the program in 2 forevers. But in the case of something like this, as you can see, the checkpoint is all the way back in 2020, in January, mind you, where I imported the most amount of packages in an exercise where I had to solve the Schrödinger equation numerically, was through the use of this. We had a package for quantum mechanics, because we need to do a lot of quantum mechanics here in numerical ways, that we import as Q. Then you have NumPy, obviously, as NP. Then you have just something for plotting here, and just to simply make it easier for us to enter like multiplication values. And I say us because I had to share this with some of my classmates because, yeah, I felt like they needed help. But that being said, something like adding a double multiplication sign here just to make something into a potence. But then, of course, you have, lastly, import matplotlib just for plotting. So all of this just to be able to make these type of plots, right? And yeah, crazy stuff like this. It's complicated to a certain extent, but maybe less so because I don't have to run as many simulations and test some weird stuff. And this is physics, okay? It gets complicated in the physics part, not so much in the coding part. That being said, when I see kids handing in stuff that have like 13 imports for things that I feel are kind of useless, I'm like, mate, you did not need to do this, any of this. I obviously cannot show you some of the examples that I'm talking about because I don't have the permissions, but man, it is funny. That's a fat fast-ass turtle. Import string as ammo, gun equal list. Oh, thicker lines. Ooh. Yeah, shut down the kernel. Oh, random graph. Okay. Gotta ask, is this how the average programmer is feeling every single time that they have to do like those complicated assignments? Fighting with your own computer. Randomizing it. Oh, do your worst. Error bars. I bloody knew it. They always ask for it. Oh, correlation line. Yeah. Whoa. Cosine plots. Okay, I've seen this. I don't know how this happens, but there are some university students who tend to get bored, impressively so. Some are perhaps just too smart, and they would do something like this, like create a very... I note that I might have used the word rudimentary a lot today, but like very simple baseline rudimentary game such as this. They will either play that just where you move a block and or Pong, but then you need to have collision values established. Then that's a little bit more, it takes a bit more time to write. Go! Oh, okay, controls. Yeah. Oh well, adding a circle onto this. Yee. Come on, get that laptop. Oh, yeah, by adding the multiplication to it. Let's go back a little bit. Then you can remove the collision. Right, screen set, yeah. Dang. I like how he's behaving like when a bird flies in your house and you're trying to get it out, except that these birds can literally... Oh! Brent nukes. Okay, see, nuke is essentially what you would call a fork bomb. It's a function that, if given enough n, a certain amount, will use so much resources from your computer that it won't be able to handle it, and it will just die. Like, imagine if you want to troll a friend and write a code in the form of a link that, if clicked upon, opens 100 tabs in the standard browser. And said browser is Google Chrome. Yes, that PC will die. I actually have the image of a friend going through a similar process that during... he had like an 11-inch laptop, I can't remember which brand, but it was running Linux, and only because he only had like 4 gigs of RAM, so Linux is light. So he was doing that and he got absolutely trolled. But I mean, we were lucky enough to have our project saved. But the image, and also, yeah, we had another classmate that was sitting in the background, who did not appreciate that. Working with a bunch of idiots. Yeah. Well, damn. A whole... That's an anime move right there, running away from a nuke. But I guess that yellow survived. The which, by the way, it makes me wonder, how does this play in the wider continuity of the animation versus animator? Like, obviously these are different stories, but I would imagine that given that the intercontinuity are captured, that perhaps they are being put to some kind of test individually, which is why perhaps some of the upcoming ones would be headed by different colors. I don't know, green dealing with biology and chemistry by, I don't know, whomever. Wow. It was not a ThinkPad. Then it would have survived the nuke. Torch. Wait, did it say neural network? Hold on. Body took a break to create a large language model. Okay. At least we know now who made ChatGPT. It wasn't Sam Altman. Oh, for which, by the way, I know. It isn't Altman, but his engineers. You get me meaning. AI. Oh.
Hey guys, it's Alan. I hope you enjoyed Animation versus Coding. It's always a fun challenge to express a new topic without speaking. If you like learning things without listening to someone talk to you about it, I think you'll like a learning platform called Brilliant. Brilliant is all about learning by doing, with thousands of interactive lessons in math, data analysis, programming, and AI. I personally love Brilliant because it's so much more effective to learn things through experiencing them rather than being told about them in a lecture. The video you just watched uses a coding language called Python. Brilliant lets you get familiar with Python and start building your own programs right from the beginning with a built-in drag-and-drop editor. This can help you develop your mind to think like a programmer so you can ultimately build your own games and apps. You can try Brilliant for free for 30 days by going to brilliant.org/Alan Becker, or by scanning this QR code, or by going to the link in the description.
That's fun.
You'll also get 20% off an annual premium subscription. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
This video, excuse the pun, was brilliant. I like this. I remember there being a course once when I was way younger where we were first learning a slight little bit of robotics with Arduino boards when that was a new thing, where we got to learn how to code while not using a coding language itself, but like blocks that had different instruments on them so that we could learn the processes. It was pretty funny. So always like having things in an interactive way can be good for some people. But guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Please do make sure to go and subscribe to the Alan Becker channel. And of course, if you like this one, hit that like and also subscribe button if you want to see more. Wish you all to have a wonderful day and see you guys in the next one. Bye.